Hello guys, welcome back to channel. So today I am going to discuss about OpenClaw. So this has been now in the news around from last 10 days, and it is a AI agent that can perform actions on your machine like creating a script, browsing the web browser, and checking out your emails, writing emails, and very different kind of tasks that only human do in general. So this is the first time any agent is trying to perform those actions, so it is very much interesting to see how it goes. So as it is also a security risk as well, because if you install this OpenClaw into your main PC, then it can bring some disaster as well. So I will just show you how we can set up it into a virtual machine. So here is my architecture that I have followed in this video, and let me explain it. So this is my host machine, which is the MSI PC having the high-end RAM and the graphic memory, so that it can hold up this OpenAI GPT OSS 20 billion model. So we will install LM Studio on that, and we will just turn on the developer mode, and we will create this endpoint for OpenClaw to access. So now inside this host machine we will create a VMware virtual environment. We will install so actually in this video I have already installed Windows 11 inside this VMware virtual environment, and inside that we will install our all the required repositories. So we will install Chrome, Node.js, and other required softwares. So we will install OpenClaw there, and also the LM Studio as the secondary one. So basic idea is here to first set up it to its inside the local environment of its VMPC. So we will just first install this, and just connect them, and once we are happy with the configuration, then we will just map those configuration to the same of the host, so that at the end we will use the host graphic card and LLM Studio from the host machine, and we will use OpenClaw in the virtual environment. So we will get the best of the both worlds. So that is the target of this video, and now let's get started. So fine. So I already have the Visual Studio, so this is something I will choose for editing. Next, 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 and that's fine. Null. So right now I am installing LM Studio into my VM, and once it is installed and configured into the OpenClaw fully and working, then I will just change the configuration to read my host machine's LM Studio, and it will take the brain from there. Let's install Node.js. Let's install Python. Right now I'm installing Python. Python is not necessary for this particular setup, but I may use it on later on, maybe not in this video, but you need to be careful about it. You need to just check box that path option, because it will add the environment variable on the Windows virtual environment. Now LM Studio has been installed, and let's initially set up it. Skip now, turn off this. Okay. So on this, we don't have any inbuilt model, so we will just add a very light model. So as this is under a virtual environment and it has limited resources, is let me find it. Which one is this? Yeah, this is quite good and light. So I will just download it and wait for it to complete. So it's downloading. Yeah, just keep it aside for a time. And yeah, our Python is also installed now. And so you can choose this disable path limit. So I'm choosing that. Now, before we go on to onboarding part of the OpenClaw, let's download and install Postman first. And this will help us to identify any issue in case we have related to LM Studio. This is set. Now LM Studio. We have our model here, and inside the developer option it is correct. Now let's load the model. Yep. And change the context size to maximum. So we are now good with the LM Studio settings. Now let me open a notes that I created. So this URL, the base URL is coming from here and the model name is coming from here. You can copy and test it out on the Postman. So you can see on the LM Studio logs we got a hit from this Postman, and now LM Studio has sent the response here. So this is the response. So we are good with the LM Studio setup. Now I will just straightforward go to OpenClaw setup. So let's set up it for run as administrator. So we will use this command to install OpenClaw. So now it has installed it, and we can now use this command to start the onboarding and install the daemon as well. So here manual setup and local gateway, yes, skip for now. All providers enter manually. So I have already copied my model name, so this is coming from here. You can have a different one. Enter, loop back, okay, token is okay, tail off, okay. On gateway token, it's keep it default. Channel we will not set at this moment. Skills we will not set at this moment. And on the install gateway service, so for this one, that is the reason I started this as run as administrator. So in case you did not run this as administrator, then do Control C and close this box and do open this as run as administrator. Now let's move forward and install this, and node, yes, default. Do allow this. So yeah, we are into the business now. Just to be very much sure that our file is created, now I will just show you where this config file sits. So go to the user, and inside your users, under your original account name, you will find this folder. So inside this is the main file that is holding our configurations. Let's open that and see. So as we set the model here and other different stuff that it asked in the onboarding part, so now we will edit it. So yes, now here comes the most important part that we need to perform now. Just trust this file and folder, add folder, this is done. Yeah. So we need to configure our model that is sitting on our local, and I have downloaded, and I have the name of the model, and I have started the server, and here is the IP that API is listening for, that particular port and this particular IP. So right now we need to set up. So this is the most important JSON field that we need to include in our original JSON config. You can get it from my description box. So just after this JSON ends after here, so just paste it, and now we will update all the basic stuff. So this is the URL we have, and we will just paste it and add v1/v1. You need to add this. Then models, and inside the models you need to add this model ID and model name, both are same. So this is done, and apart from this we need to set up here as LM Studio. And just copy the same here in the below field /models. Now as we have made the changes, I will just click on save and see. On the gateway we see the config is reloaded, and we do not get any kind of error. In case you get error, then you are not set up properly. So let me move forward, and we need to start hatch it. So you see it has now connected. So it has sent this particular message to LM Studio, and LM Studio is now processing the request and doing its stuff. Once it is done, it will respond back. So now you see this has processed the request, but it's too late because this virtual machine is having the limited resources. So CPU count is 6 and memory is 16 GB, and some of it's already taken by the OS as well. So basically having a GPU shines here. So if you have the GPU, then you can shift this particular request to your host GPU. Now we will see how that can be done. So I recommend to use OpenClaw inside VM and connect it to its brain from the host machine. So if you see my setup here, so this is my host machine's LM Studio. So it is having a better LLM model, and it is also having a graphic card as well, so it can process faster and it can give better answers. So if I see the config, right now it is on the same configuration, server on local network, it is turned on, and we have changed the context size to full, and we need to reload it. Let's wait for some seconds. Yeah, so now we have our model and our IP and the port where LM Studio from the host machine is listening to. So I will just go to my OpenClaw, where let's first test this first, that is be better. So I will just copy these and this is something just asking this model, the content is hello, so and the hit IP is this. So it on this particular IP and the port, it will hit a request, post request, and we will just see. Yeah, so my host machine's LLM model has responded back. So this is the content in the response. So we are good that on the VM machine we can see this. So just to be very much sure, you are able to access the host machine's API URL. So this is the best check, and in case you are getting some issues, then you need to have a look at your network settings inside this. So it should be under the NAT. So now let's set up this. We will be setting up, just changing the configuration file. We will achieve to use our host LLM. So take the IP from this, as the port is already same, so just copy that. And we need to replace this. And we will update our model name inside the model ID, and inside the model name, and where else it was set up for, it was agent here, change it here. So let me recheck so that we don't get any surprises. So we don't have any of this. That is fine, leave it there. So once I do hit control save. So config will be reloaded and it is not giving any error, so we are good. And you can see it is now reading the LM Studio OpenAI GPT OS 20 billion model. So that is from my local host. So now we will just go to I will do double control C and control C, and we will be out from there. And the command to start Claw TUI is this. So as soon as I hit hi, the request is sent to my Host Machine's LLM Studio. So yeah, we have a reply. So you see my Host Machine has replied. Okay, now let's test how OpenClaw Web UI looks like and how we can access it. You can pick the IP from here, from the gateway, and bookmark it. So you see it shows disconnected. So the reason being, it's I think not properly configured. It is missing the token. So I will just pick it from the workspace location, and this is the token. Just copy that. Just connect and refresh, and it is now connected. Now it's fine. So if you open your bash terminal again and put the command OpenClaw status, you will see this kind of a screen, and you can review your settings and all the stuff. So now here comes the testing part, and now start with setting up a shortcut of the gateway. You can find it in the workspace folder, so you can just open that. So right now I have restarted my PC, and you can see as I restart, it is set up to auto run on my boot. So I will just keep it live and keep it there. Let's open our OpenClaw Web UI. So sometimes you get this issue. I believe we need to re-onboard this to solve this. Let me do one thing. So as you can see, now it came to life. So sometimes you have this issue, you can just reboot yourself and it will be solved. So if you see this, now it's connected, gateway token is set up, and it's all good. So let's try to give it some work. So now I have put down a prompt for OpenClaw to work on. So this prompt says just on the particular path all the folders and the files that exist there, just create a list and put it on the desktop. Create a script and also the result set that comes out as a output. So let's see how it works. So if you see, it has now created the script for me and created a list of files inside that particular directory. So if you see, these are the list of the files. So at the end, I just want to say that yeah, it pretty much does the job. You can use it for different use cases, testing out the script, writing the test cases, executing the test cases, and maybe in future some of our corporate employees may use this kind of tool for writing script and testing the software as well. I would recommend all of you to have a look at this tool and try to set up on your PC, share it with your colleagues, and sometime it's get difficult to set up in the initial stage, so this video can help. So try to share this bit of information and comment down your thoughts and different use cases that you may try, and yeah, we can take it from there later on. Thank you.